Good morning, everyone. All right. So we actually have pretty low volume for a Monday. I'm hoping the volume can pick up a little bit for this Friday. I'm actually going out of town today, and so I'll be leaving here. I'll be done at my normal time, and so I'm still gonna stream this morning. But after that, I'm heading out of town since the market's not open on Friday, Er, and so I think the market's a little slow for the holidays, but gonna watch it regardless. Good morning, Power Zone 7, Marquise, Dog, Nakia. Oh, man. Sam, good morning, man. Yeah, adulting, man. Adulting's what happened, dude. Yeah, it's Thursday, Marquise. Sorry. Ugh. I was up all night packing, man. HEAR7. Yeah, we don't have too much really moving that I like. Yeah, I mean, this one's gapping down some. I mean, the only thing I could really hope for is maybe a short on MOV. Watching GERN. Somebody tell me what happened to LABD here. Is this a split, I'm assuming? Because now it's up to $37. Honestly, I don't know yet, Lewis. I'm still watching it. Good morning, D. Evan. Yeah, it could be long or short. It just depends on how it acts at the open. I don't want to really make a prediction for it quite yet. And watching PTCT for a potential short, maybe. You can see PTCT gapping up some. Yeah, SRNE pushing up. Not too much, though. Not too much movement. I think everybody's going out of town. And so the market's a little slow. We'll see if we can get some volume, though. Alright, so I'll go ahead and add my watch list to the chat. Like I said, there's not too much movement. I'm still kind of looking, so just give me a little while, and I'll see if I can find anything else that I really like. I'm watching ARA as well. You can see ARA here. Doing the kind of same thing MOV is doing. But here's my watch list. AETI. Yeah, that one's on my other monitor as well. At 140. It's moving some. Alright, so let's look up. First, let me see if any of these are actually tradable. SRNE is. NVAX is. PTCT is. MGEN is not. LABD is. BILI is, which I think was an IPO from yesterday. EDGE is. So most of these stocks are tradable except for a select few. AETI to be specific. Everything else is tradable so far this morning. Good morning, Redhead and Dill. T-Dot. MFGP. Yeah, I mean, it's just gapping down, but it's not a big gap. It's just kind of down a little bit. It's been slowly pushing up every day, though, so we'll see what it does today. Alright, so let's look up to see why some of these stocks are doing this. First, and who knew that options counted as day trades? Alright, so I'm watching BILI as well. See, it's gapping up some. Gonna keep an eye on it. Alright, so first I guess I'll look up BILI. I believe it's a new IPO. So this is, they say this is like the Chinese version of Netflix, BILI. We'll see if it makes some moves this morning. SRNE. I'm pretty sure SRNE is just up from pure momentum from this big drop it had yesterday. NVAX with the tiny gap. No news on NVAX. Let's see PTCT. Alright, so there's an offering with PTCT with prices of 4 million shares at 27.04 common stock. So that's why PTCT is moving. Now let's look at MGEN. Alright, so MGEN is basically just updated with a buy rating from what I see. And a price target, 14 a share. So yeah, they just changed it to a buy price target is basically what happened. Alright, so it looks like we got a few earnings calls going on here. Alright, so aside from that, there's LABD. Let's see if it says anything. No, LABD doesn't really say anything. But it looks like it's some type of split. You can see LABD was one I was holding the other day. I'm out of it now, but it's up to 37.03. Yesterday it was at the 360 something, so it looks like a split of some type. AETI. Alright, so AETI, it looks like it has good fourth quarter and fiscal year 2017 results, and so that's why it is up, so that's pretty good news. Now let's BILO and then EDGS. It was the down gapper from yesterday. So that's all I really see that's moving this morning. Kind of a slow market day for sure. CASI, EGY, CCO. Yeah, they just don't have any volume. I'll see if the volume can pick up some with them. But as of now, I just don't see much volume with either one of those. Let's see if I can find anything else. I'm hoping to, but I'm not too confident. I'm also going to be very careful today just because, you know, the volume's just not there in the market. It's really, really slow. So we'll see if anything picks up. Alright, so I'm watching ZSAN, like I said before, just to see where it's going to go. It could continue down, it could push back up and rebound, we'll see. DBX is gapping up. Very small gap, but I'm going to keep an eye on DBX as well. I kind of like DBX, I just now saw it. So going to watch that one. Let's see. BRO. GME gapping down some. Might watch this one for a rebound play. See if it pops back up some after gapping down. GameStop is what the stock is. PVH gap up. It's a little bit more expensive of a stock. ROKU moving a little bit. ACXM gapping down some. Alright, so yeah, this is basically, you know, what I had was basically what I see. I don't really see too much else moving. I'm gonna watch BILI maybe. See if it continues. Since it's an IPO, maybe jump in with a small share size, try to take advantage of some momentum it has as an IPO. Overstock gapping up some. May watch this one for a short. We'll see though. Don't have that much confidence in it. How can you short on Robinhood Redhead? Good morning, by the way. Not. I mean, that's basically kind of what I do. T dot. That's a simplified version. So like, I look for stocks that are gapped up over 10%, and I wait for them to form a range at the open. So I watch the first one or two candles, and I kind of mark the high and the low, and then I watch for the stock to, preferably if it's gapped up over 10%, break under that low on maybe the third candle, 3 minutes into the open, and see if I can get in going short once it does break the low. And similar thing for going long. If it's gapping down a bunch, I'll watch the range at the open, wait for it to break open the range at the top, at the high of the day, and then go in long. Maybe I'm missing these 7. I'm going to check out your list. MRDN, up a small amount, CLSN, Ross, JAGX, AVGR. So I do like AVGR. This is one of those I like. I do like AVGR here. I don't think this is tradable in TradeNet. Let me see. No, unfortunately. I'll jump in on Robinhood maybe. INPX. I'm launching MGen. Yeah, I like AVGR out of those. The other ones I don't really like, but we'll see what happens with them. I don't use the Fibonacci at all. I just watch support and resistance. Let me see if I can find an example of it. What's one that was moving the last few days? Let's see. FINL maybe. Let me look. I don't like that gap up. Let me find a different stock. I'm trying to show you an example, so just give me a second. Maybe RHE. GERN. I could just show you GERN. I'm sure there's lots of examples on this one. I got in short the other day on this one. So here's an example. Wait for it to form a range. You can see it formed a range. I guess that's not a good example because it had that huge push up. Alright, here's an example. I'll wait for it to form a range in between here and here. And then I get in when it breaks under this low. You can see it drop down 30 cents after that. Try to get in short. Hopefully, I think I made money on this exact trade. A lot of the times it will continue going down, but like I said, sometimes you got to get in early. Here's another example. Wait for it to form a range here and here. Get in when it breaks the low. Ride it down. And so that's kind of what I look for. I'll be right back, guys. My son is crashing around upstairs, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough, T Dot. You know, that's the biggest thing that I actually did well. The biggest thing, like the last, yesterday was a losing day, but the 4 days before that were all profitable. And the biggest thing that I kind of changed is, you know, you have to have the patience, you know, and that's why I think it's good for these type of setups to take a share size you're comfortable with, and instead of just eyeballing it, have a pre-planned stop loss before you get into the trade. So if you see it do what you want it to, a lot of the times I'll think about my stop loss being at the high of the day if I'm going short, and so if it breaks under the low of the day, I set my stop at the high of the day with a small enough share size to where I'm comfortable if I get stopped out. And that way it gives it the time it needs to kind of fulfill the pattern I'm looking for, you know. 'NVFY. Yeah, this one, I mean, it gapped up nicely, but now it's all the way back down to under. You know, if it would have kept gapping, I would have liked it a little bit more. Kind of watching NVAX for a pre-market high. You can see NVAX here at 216. Gonna watch it over 224. See what happens with it. Man, these binary option spammers have just been spamming every video I put out. Every, you know, just a heads up, guys, do not trust. And sometimes in my comments, you'll see these binary option spammers. They're trying to get you to sign up for whoever's, you know, binary options course or binary options education webinar, whatever it is. Binary options are 100% a scam. Be very, very careful. You know, I usually just delete them when I see them, but this morning they sent 3, and so they're hitting it hard today. $100% Abby. Yeah, man, they're just spammers, man. They binary options is such a bad scam, you know. And the reason binary options doesn't work is because it's not equal. You know, for instance, it's gambling essentially. So like, you know, in blackjack, the casino has like a, you know, a 4% edge or something very small like that. Maybe it might be a 0.04% edge. And so a tiny edge in blackjack, but just that small edge is enough to be very, very profitable over time, and it's enough to, you know, make the player a losing player over time. And so it's essentially gambling. With binary options, you know, you bet $100 to win like 75, and so that's a 25% edge that you know, that the broker has in binary options. And so, you know, that's a huge downside to it. It's worse than gambling. It's essentially giving your money away. No matter how many people will tell you that it's profitable, no matter how many people will tell you you can make money on it, it's just 100% a scam. My exit plan is to write it down until the next resistance line. Usually it's at half or whole dollar area, or a previous, you know, a previous support or resistance area. Underwater basket weaving 7. Nice, man. I've always wanted to learn how to do that, bro. Abby, not really. I mean, my entry a lot of times, sometimes my entry is the high of pre-market. It takes a very specific high of pre-market break for me to want to get into it. Like for instance, if I'm gonna get in the pre-market high break, I want to get in right at the open. So like for instance, if BILI consolidates for the first few candles and then breaks the high of the day or the high of pre-market, I might jump into it. But if it goes down and then pushes back up later on in the day, like 20 or 30 minutes into the market, and then breaks the high of pre-market, I just don't trust it as much. Just because the stock has the most momentum to break it right at the open, like NVAX is an example. And so if it starts to head down, for 20 minutes and then tries to push up, and if it goes down to 205 and then pushes back up to 224, I'm actually going to be more short biased once it gets to 224, just because it's had a longer road to get up there, and it's going to be a little bit more extended, and thus the pre-market high resistance area is going to be a little bit stronger, at least in my opinion, from my experience. That's just what I like to do. Every trader has their own style, and stuff works for some traders that other traders don't have the personality for, and so you got to figure out what works for you. Nice, Atheon. Yeah, AVGR is one I like right now. Kind of wish I could short it. Unfortunately, I can't, but that's kind of what I'm watching it for. Alright, so I'm looking at this top list on TradeNet. Let's see what the SPY's doing today. SPY looks like it's going to be choppy again today. We'll see what happens. I like AVGR. I don't know. I don't want to say which direction it's going to go. I like it simply because it's gapping up nicely and it has decent volume. It has more volume than most of these other stocks. And so volume is a huge factor when I'm looking at gapping stocks, Abby. I want to see the stock gap up with some decent volume, and AVGR definitely has that right now. You could see anywhere from 10 to 20,000 shares per minute is a pretty decent amount of volume for pre-market, and so that's why I like it. So it's pushing up nicely. We'll see what happens at the open. Yeah, Gary, man, everybody's different, but I disagree with you, man. Like I said, it's just the risk reward is never there. You know what I mean? Because you're risking $100 to win 75, but when you lose 100. And so with trading, risk reward is really important, and there's never a good risk reward set up for binary options. It's simply gambling. It's like playing roulette, putting your money on red or black, and it's just, I just disagree. Like I said, the risk reward's never there for binary options. I think Nadex is a legit company. I don't think you'll have any problem getting your money if you do win. But like I said, it's just like roulette. The risk reward's horrible. You're risking $100 to win 75 in every single trade. And so, it's just not my cup of tea. I personally think it's a scam, but hey, if you could profit from it, power to you, man. ZSAN. Yeah, that thing's falling hard. And you can see DBX is pushing up too. Breaking that high. All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes left, a little bit over 5 minutes until the open. Yeah, Tiny. So level 2 is pretty simple, really. On the left side is the bid side. These are all the buy orders that are coming in for the stock. And so you can see all these buy orders are coming in for it. It says how many. And you can see on the right side is the ask. So these are all the sell orders coming in. And so in the US, it's hard to really trust the level 2 as much. But in certain scenarios, you can. So for instance, if there's a lot of buy orders and not that many sell orders, that means, the stock's going to have a little bit of momentum to push up, usually. But like I said, the level 2 in the US is a little sketchy. There's a lot of dark pools and a lot of fake orders going through in the US, so you got to be really careful if you're just basing your trades off of the level 2. But if you're using it with next to a bunch of other things, it could be useful. All right, guys, so we got about 3.5 minutes. Watching some of these stocks, we'll see what happens. Market's a little slow this morning. I do like AVGR, so we'll see where it goes. Gonna keep an eye on it over that 149 area for the pre-market high and the $0.50 break. Yeah, I mean, I've never traded binary options, Gary, and maybe you're right. I just stay away from them. I know that regardless of what the spread is for the specific trade, that it's never good risk reward in binary options. They're always going to make a little bit more than you win when they win. So when you lose, they're always going to make a little bit more than when you win, and so thus the risk reward is never acceptable for trading. But hey, man, if you could profit from it, more power to you. I just stay away from them. A lot of people are pushing. A lot of people, you'll see people on YouTube and other stuff pushing binary options. Most of the time, they're just trying to get you to sign up with an affiliate ad. And so they're trying to get you to sign up for a binary options broker, and they're going to make a commission when you sign up. And so a lot of people are going to say they make so much money doing it. Excuse me. A lot of times they're just trying to get you to sign up with an affiliate ad so they can make a commission, though. But hey, I'm not going to say nobody can profit from it. I'm sure there's certain people that can. I just think the vast majority of people aren't going to. Correct, Valley. All right, guys. So you can see PTCT starting to push up some. DBX. Keeping an eye on all of these. The market's opening up in about a minute. And so good luck, everyone. All right, guys. We got 30 seconds left. Good luck. Good morning, Ant. What's up, man? All right, here's the open. All right, so AGEN is washing some, or AVGR, I'm sorry, is washing some. Watching DBX over this pre-market high at 32.40. PTCT washing some. Watching GME here. Alright, watching GME under this low of the day right here. Okay, there goes AVGR breaking the pre-market high. Alright, I've jumped in AVGR here. Not the biggest fan of it, but we'll see what happens. I'm also in GME going short. But man, look at that drop on AVGR. Maybe it wasn't the best time to get in. I'll give it a little time. I have a tiny share size, so I'll try to let it work some, but not the most confident in it now. DBX would have been a nice short. I kind of missed it here. You see it broke under this low. That's kind of what I look for. Not really what I want to see with GME. I'll give it a little bit of time. I'll probably end up jumping out of AVGR here as well. Looks to be done. DBX looks like the short to get into. Nice low of the day break. Follow through, continuing to head down. Just kind of missed it here. MOV pushing up some. I'm going to get out of here for a tiny loss, like 350 loss. I'm going to get out of GME if it breaks this high right here at 74. Z-Sand starting to reverse. SRNE trying to break the high as well. Alright, so I'm in SRNE here. Not the most confident in it, but it had a nice little washout long setup. We'll see if it continues. Alright, so there goes Z-Sand. There. Oh man, I was watching SR. No, I got in SRE instead of Z-Sand. I meant to get in Z-Sand. No. Well, that's what I did wrong. I was trying to get in Z-Sand actually. Watching it right here. I thought it was SRNE for some reason. User error on my end. I guess I should have held the SRNE just to see if it would move in my direction, but it's not moving at all. All right, so GME's testing that low at 1250. See if we can break under there. There it goes, the break under. Probably you should have used a little bit larger share size. Thinking about adding some here maybe. But I'll give it some time to continue dropping. There's a drop, nice. Probably should have used a little bit larger sizing with GME, but oh well. Ooh, there's an ugly drop, man, or an ugly pop on GME trying to get back over the $0.50. Man, that thing moved quick back up. Don't really like that, honestly. A little scared it's gonna pop up big. Man, look at that bounce on GME, which is GameStop. We'll see if it continues down, but don't like the pop. Yeah, the market's definitely a little slow today. There's the drop. We'll see if it breaks the low. See if it gets under the low this time. There we go. There's the low of the day break. Nice. Alright, so I got out for a 720 profit on GME, and that's exactly what I look for. This one was gapping down, and so it's just a follow-through setup. But that's exactly what I look for, low if the day breaks. You can see the range was here and here. And so I got in when it broke the low, and it continued down nicely. We'll see if I can find anything else moving. People are talking about HRG. Had a pretty nice push this morning. Yeah, that's what I was kind of watching Atheon. I've been hurt too much by this. Wherever I get in and it's a good setup going short, and then it bounces, and I get scared out. So my new mentality with these shorts is to just let it run, take a small enough share size to where I'm comfortable with it, and let it go all the way up until it breaks around the high of the day. If it breaks the high of the day, that's my cue to jump out of the trade. And if it doesn't, I'm still short biased with it, and so I got out around the low there. Right around 1226 was my exit, so we'll see if it was a good exit. BIOC. There goes Z-Sand breaking the high of the day here. Watching BILI as well. Alright, so it's trying the low of the day again on GME. It just touched the low of the day. Z-Sand broke the high of the day here. GME's down to the low of the day at 1226. That was right around my exit for this trade. Let me see if I can find my exact exit. Alright, so AVGR breaking the high of the day here. I ended up getting spooked out of this trade for a tiny loss. And I guess my exit was wrong. It just pulled back a lot. And so I don't really trust it when it pulls back that much. Alright, so Z-Sand pulling back some here. Looks like a fake out. Alright, so GME continues. Broke the low of the day again. Alright, so GME broke the low of the day eventually. Again, I got out at about 1226. We'll see how good of an exit that was. VALE. A lot of people talking about that one. Big pullback on AVGR. HRG had a little push this morning. MEOH. Roku's been washing out. Alright, so we'll see if AVGR can hold support at that 150 area now, since it's pulling back to that level. We'll see if it holds support there and continues. It's been really choppy this morning. I ended up exiting the trade for a small loss, and no regrets with it, just because it looks a little unpredictable. But if it holds at 150 and then breaks the high of the day, it could be a decent breakout setup, but we'll see. It is gapped up a pretty big amount. All right, watching SHLD. SHLD getting a volume spike here. You can see it's starting to run SHLD. All right, so the volume is pretty good on SHLD, but it was just a quick volume spike, and so we'll see if it follows through with good volume. That's the most important thing for it. Watching ARA under this low right here. All right, so you know what's cool? You can see LABD. I bought a $4 call with LABD, and since it had this split, you can see LABD. My Robinhood account is up to plus $18 today, and so I was able to bank some money from that. Also holding a SRNE put. And so, nice building up that Robinhood account. That reverse split helped me out, or that split on LAPD helps me out. GERN. Yeah, look at GERN here. And so yeah, my exit with GME here was actually a good exit. I got out at 12.25 or 12.26. It only went down to 12.20. Now it's back up to 12.40. So got out only 5 or 6 cents above the bottom. And so that's kind of a good example of the low of the day short I look for. This is exactly what I look for with the low of the day short. And it could always gap up or down. It doesn't matter. I just look for this low of the day break after it forms a range in the first few candles. You got to have the patience to hold through. This little push back up, though, is something I've learned. Yep, Abby, Robinhood Web's launched. This is it right here. Man, I was up more than that. So you can see, guys, this LABD $4 call I bought on I bought just a tiny LABD call the other day. It was $4. This call cost me $4, and I made $28 on this trade. So 7 times my initial investment. So I got really lucky with that, but I'll take it for sure. I've definitely been having some pretty good luck with options. I've had a few losing ones. I buy really cheap options, and the likelihood of them actually working is low, but when it does work, you can see I make 7 times my money. And so that kind of mentality's worked out so far. I may try to keep it going, see what happens with it. Check your email, Ant. You might have it already. I think they rolled it out for everybody. But yeah, but so far I've built up my account a decent amount just trading options on Robinhood. I mean, I got really lucky with this call I bought on LABD. You know, and made what, 35 cents per contract. So yeah, I mean, you can't buy in after hours or pre-market, at least on Robinhood, from what I've experienced. There's also, for some reason, they're making me follow the PDT rule with options. I didn't think options had to follow the PDT rule, but for some reason, they're making me follow it. Exactly, Atheon. Patience through this push back up is the most important thing with these setups. I put out a video, I think it was a week or two ago, about one of these past few weeks, trading week, and what I did wrong. And most of the time, my trade idea with these overextended short and these low of the day shorts were correct. But a lot of times I would get out for a losing trade because this little push back up would scare me out. And I would get out and then it would drop like this. And so my mentality on it has changed. That's why I set my stop, or I have a mental stop at the high of the day. So if it breaks the high of the day, I jump out. But and usually it ends up continuing to push back down. You can see GME rebounding here, breaking 1250. So I got out almost at the bottom, got out at 1226. I got in at about 1252, so made about a 42-cent gain. Or a 32-cent gain, sorry. I'll take it. GERN breaking that low. SHLD's been running up big, and AVGR's pulling all the way back. At the same time, though, the market's pretty slow right now just because it's a holiday weekend. All right, so I sold my my SRNE put, and you can see my account is now at 233. So another gain on my options trade. Wait, it's still moving. I don't know why it's still moving. LABD. All right, so All right, SHLT pushing up. T Moon, it has some, I should say. Um, like you can see ZSAN is a 5 something stock. I believe it's tradable. You can search to see right here. ZSAN. GERN is another one that's moving. It's tradable. This morning there's NVAX. It's tradable and it's a $2 stock. But a lot of them aren't tradable, and so you do want to take that into consideration. Appreciate it, Fox. Track Racer. So on TradeNet, I use limit orders, and the way I use them is if I put in, say I wanted to buy GME here, and I don't have a limit price set, but if I click buy, it will automatically fill me on the ask. If I short it, it will automatically fill me on the bid. And so I just do it that route. Market orders are a little sketchy. I don't really trust them that much. And so I kind of just stay put with them. Not a bad chart on Robinhood. You can see my weekly chart, monthly. So not bad. You see it's still swinging some from one of these calls. What's up, Ben? Yeah, I do get that sometimes, Dynamite. You just got to keep clicking it. So like whenever it says that, I just keep clicking it until it fills me. And if that doesn't work, I just click the bid like this, and you can see it puts the limit price in, or the ask like this, and I'll hurry up and click buy until it fills me. SHLD, wondering why SHLD's moving. Let's look it up. So SHLD had a press release that was put out yesterday But for now, it's not really saying anything for today exactly. So it may just be on momentum. But yeah, Ben, I'm up a small amount on the day. On TradeNet, I had a losing trade on Robinhood, but up on TradeNet, so that's the most important thing is my TradeNet account, especially considering my Robinhood account's up pretty big. And actually today I'm up, including Robinhood, I'm up about 25 bucks. So not bad. But yeah, the market's kind of slow, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. I'm actually going out of town today for the holiday. I'm heading to Louisiana, and so I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. The market is closed tomorrow, guys, so remember there'll be no trading tomorrow. The stock market's closed, and so I will be back hopefully on Monday, I think, but it may be Tuesday if I'm driving on Monday. And so if you haven't already, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button now. And if you appreciate this content and like watching me day trade as well as call out the big movers in the market, make sure you hit the like button right now on this video. Everybody do me a favor and click it right now. I appreciate it if you do, guys. And yeah, not a bad day. Up about $25 on the day if you consider my options trade on Robinhood and my profitable low of the day short on GameStop GME. Had one losing trade, two profitable trades, including my option one, and so I'll take that. And yeah, hopefully I can do some, continue this up next week. So far this week, I have had 3 profitable days and only 1 losing day. And last week was the same. I had last week, my last losing day before yesterday was on Wednesday of last week, and so I'm definitely getting the hang of things. It's starting to click a little bit more. I still think I should use a little bit larger sizing and take some bigger gains out of the market, but I'm happy with where I'm at right now as a trader, and hopefully I can keep that momentum up next week. But yeah, guys, make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you can, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next week. I won't be able to put out any videos this weekend, so I know some people look forward to the video lessons and stuff I put out on the weekend. I won't be able to do it this weekend because, like I said, I'll be out of town for the holidays, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will as well. But yeah, guys, see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and have a good weekend, and happy holidays, guys. No power hour today for Dane. I just won't be in town. I'm going to bring my computer to possibly trade Monday morning, but I won't be able, not my computer. I have a desktop here that I trade on, so I'll bring my laptop and maybe trade on Monday and maybe stream still if I bring my mic with me. But, I'm going to be busy this weekend. I'm going out of town. So anyways, guys, see you guys later. Have a good weekend. Have a happy holiday, and thanks for watching.